on this computer. Okay, so welcome everybody. If you don't know who I am, my name is Shelby. I am your Double Diamond upline. And if you're brand new and you're like, what does that even mean? All that means is I'm just a leader on your team. Everybody here is in my downline, which means whoever your enroller is was enrolled by somebody who I enrolled somebody who enrolled you, and then you'll enroll more people, and that's kind of how it all works. So eventually you'll be somebody's Double Diamond leader, and I can't wait for all of us to be there. Okay, Megan, can everybody hear me except for Megan? Everyone can hear me. Okay. Megan, I don't know, you might want to do what I did and sign out and then sign back on, because that helped me for some reason. You can't hear me, so I don't know why I'm saying this to you right now. If someone can type to her in the chat area and just tell her to log off and then back on, and maybe that'll help. I just want to hurry up and get started because I don't want to keep you guys long. So tonight we're going to talk about charting. I think everyone on here, some of you guys are brand new, and that's awesome. I'm glad that you're on, but I just want to go ahead and warn you that I don't want the information that I say to you tonight to overwhelm you. As a brand new distributor, you have so much information coming your way and so many things that you're trying to learn, and your fresh goal of getting 4 new loyals. So you have a lot going on, and so I don't want you to see or hear what I'm about to tell you and then be like, this is way too much, I can't do this, and then quit tomorrow. That's the last thing I want. So if you're brand new, soak this all in and take notes, but do not freak out, because you'll get here, and when you do, you can reference this Zoom and come back to it and be like, oh yeah, I remember Shelby talking about this, so now I know exactly what I'm doing. If you are new but you already are boxed in for a promotion, if it's executive or Ruby, I'm super glad you guys are on, because this is so important. So what charting is in order for us to promote to the next rank, it is our job to, as we know, our steps to success every month is to get 3 new distributors and 4 new loyal customers every month. And the reason that we need to get both is because we are not a company that just recruits and gets people to pay to sign up to become a distributor. And the more and more people that I get to sign up, I make money on. I don't make money because I recruited people and because they recruited people, and so on and so forth. Product has to be sold in this business for us to make money. So I don't care if you signed up 16 distributors last month. If none of them are working, if none of them are selling any product, aka getting new loyal customers, you're not going to make any money. Your paycheck's going to be $0, and you're not going to promote to the next rank. Okay, so we have to do both in this business. We have to find new teammates, and we have to be finding new loyal customers, and then we need to be teaching our new teammates to do the same, because they need to be finding new loyal customers. So basically it's 2 parts. We need to be selling product, and we need to be getting new teammates. So I'm going to be talking about the getting new teammates part tonight. I'm not going to be talking about how to get them. That's another topic, and we've shared a ton of stuff on that, and we will continue to, because it's a huge part of our business. We're in the business of changing lives, and that's what we do. But we're not going to talk about how. Tonight we're going to talk about the logistics of when you get new teammates, where they need to go within your organization in order for you to promote to the next level, to the next rank. So I am going to, and that's called charting. So when we use the word charting, it just means where you're going to place each new distributor within your organization, within your downline. So I am going to pull up the very first rank is executive. So everyone starts out as a distributor. That's where everyone starts within the system. And then the next rank is executive. And I am going to show you Oh, nice. This is exactly what I wanted. Okay. First of all, quick show of hands. How many of you guys printed out your chart for what your next rank is? Kyla, Courtney, Kayla, Michelle, Stephanie. Some of you guys, your cameras on are not showing. Lisa, Felicia. Okay, so looks like everybody that I can see printed their chart out for their next promotion. Okay, so I'm going to show you the executive chart real quick, and I'm going to run through exactly what you need to do to promote to executive. Okay, so get your notepads out, your pens, start taking notes. If you are not executive yet, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. Hold on one second. Oh, wait. I need to share my screen. Share screen. Okay. Can you guys see anything? I can't. Okay, here we go. Okay. So can everyone still hear me? Everyone still see not me, but my computer screen? Cool. All I can see is Kayla's face, so I'm just going to trust that she's speaking for everyone right now. Okay, so this is the executive chart. So if you have not promoted to executive yet, this is exactly what you need to do. This right here, that's you. Okay, so write your name right there. You can write Kayla right there. And then it's executive is very, very simple. I mean, it's just 2 boxes, and all these boxes represent our 2 new teammates. So you're going to put your sister in box 1 right here, or, you know, whoever. I'm just going to use people as examples. And then you're going to put your coworker in box number 2. You started this business, you were super excited, and you went right to 2 people that you know love you and trust you and want to support you, and they want to make money too. And you were excited, and you said to them, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know I'm going to make money. I'm so confident that I'm going to make money in this business. I see people making money that I know, and I know that I can do it too, and I want you to do it with me. And they're going to say, okay, because we love you and we want to make money. So you're going to sign them right up, and you're going to put them in these boxes. Okay, so you got your first 2 distributors, and that's all you have to do is enroll them. Then you're going to teach them the steps to success, which is 4 loyal customers and 3 new distributors. And as they're doing that, in order for you to promote to executive, which is an average of about $300 a month, you need both of these 2 new distributors underneath you on your team to both get 400 in volume. Okay? So how they do that is their group volume is determined by all of the loyal customers in their whole downline. They don't have a downline yet, though. It's just them against the world. So what group volume means for them is just as many loyal customers as they can possibly get, so that the volume of each of those customers adds up to 400. So let's say each of them gets a box of let's say each of them gets 2 boxes of wraps. That's gonna be 120, right? No, that's gonna be 54. That's gonna be 108. Sorry, you guys, I'm not good at math. That's gonna be 108 in volume from each of those loyal customers. 108 times 4 is gonna put you over the 400, is going to put them over the 400 GV that's needed for you to promote. Okay, so that's all it takes is 2 new teammates, and both of those new teammates gets 400 GV by getting as many loyal customers as they possibly can, and each of those loyal customers' orders reach 400 in volume. Other things that can go towards that 400 in volume is any orders that they personally make. or personally place. So if they run their 80 BB auto shipment as a new distributor, that will go towards the 400. If they want to just place a outside order, they're like, ooh, I love that hair, skin, and nails, I'm going to order some right now. That's going to be 30 in volume that goes towards that 400. Okay? So super, super simple as far as the executive chart goes. Does anyone have a question about promoting to executive? Just turn your microphone on and speak up. I can't, you guys, I can only see Kayla and Tori, so just go ahead and speak up if you do.
Can you hear me?
I can. Say who's in. Oh, it's Courtney. Hey.
Hey, so I got distracted for a moment, so I just wanted to double check. So our downlines count toward our 400, or is it like just our own loyals and ourselves?
Your downline does, but in the case of executive, you only have 2 distributors in your downline, and they don't have anyone below them. So it's all of their loyal customers that are going to help them get to 400. If you have loyal customers like up here below you, that doesn't count towards theirs. But when I go to the Ruby chart, I am going to explain how to move loyal customers under. So a loyal customer that you personally enroll, you can move it under your sister, or you can move it under your coworker to help them get to 400. Okay?
Okay.
And you can do that as an executive. I just want to wait to explain it when we get to the Ruby chart, because really as an executive, I encourage you guys to be putting in your own work and getting your own loyal customers, and then encouraging your teammates to do the same. And it's okay if you do want to move loyal customers, but you know, I want you to start out with a strong foundation, and I don't want you necessarily doing all the work for your new distributors. And so that's why I want you to encourage them to get to 400 themselves. Okay? Anyone else really quick? Executive or executive questions? Nah? Okay, I'm moving on. Breezing through. Okay, so the next rank in the company is Ruby. This rank is amazing because it's about $500 to $600 a month. And that is what, I don't want to say most, and I definitely don't want to say all, but a good amount of people that at least I personally talk to, that's their goal. That's all they want to make when they join this company. Like just a couple extra $100 a month is what will help them. So that's why this rank is huge, because this is where a lot of people want to be. So it's important to understand not only for yourself how to get to Ruby, but also how to explain it to others. Because when you're talking to a potential distributor and they're like, I need to make $600 a month and I can quit my job and stay home with my babies or whatever, then you can say, well, let me tell you exactly how you can do that. And then you can kind of like go over the Ruby chart with them. I mean, you don't want to be like going too into detail, because they're going to be like, what are you talking about? I do not know what a GV is, but at least you know the basics to go over with them. So anyways, I'm going to go over it with you. So this is you. That says Courtney right there. And then to go Ruby, you need 5 distributors underneath you, but they need to be in this exact formation. You cannot promote to Ruby if you just have 5 distributors on your top line right up here. You have to have 3 on your top line. And when I say top line, I mean 3 that are directly below you. And then 2 of those distributors need to be under one of those 3. Okay? And so basically, once you hit Ruby, every time you promote thereafter, you're always going to have someone on your team promoting below you. So when you go Ruby, someone on your team is going to be promoting to executive. When you promote to Emerald, you actually have several people promoting with you, because you need 2 Rubies to go Emerald, and both of those rubies need an executive. So when you promote to Emerald, you promote with 4 other teammates. How exciting is that? You're not alone in this. You get to move along and promote with these people that you enrolled, or that they, for the most part, that you enrolled. So anyways, this is exactly how you promote to Ruby. So you need those 5 distributors underneath you in this exact formation, okay? And then your executive box, so the person that's going to be promoting with you, needs to be commission qualified. So one leg, and it's the leg that has the 2 distributors below them, has to be commission qualified. And what it means to be commission qualified is you either need to run an 80 BV auto shipment by the 25th of that month that you're promoting, or they can have 150 personal bonus volume. You guys know my feelings, or maybe you don't, but I've shared my feelings before that, in my opinion, when you are promoting and when people on your team below you are promoting, I do not recommend the 150 PBV option. I recommend making sure that you have run an 80 BV auto shipment by the 25th. When you promote, you do not want anything funky slipping through the cracks or anything weird happening, and someone returns their order and now all of a sudden this person, your executive, is no longer commission qualified, which means they don't get to promote anymore, and neither do you. Promotion can't happen that month because this person wasn't commission qualified. So you need to be commission qualified when you're promoting, and so does anybody who is in a promotion box on your team. Okay? Then the other 4 distributors all need to have 400 in group volume, which I already explained to you exactly what that is. Okay? So it really is quite simple. Do not overthink this charting thing. Get 3 new distributors. One of those 3 needs to have 2 below them, and then they need to make sure they're commission qualified, and then all 4 of the other boxes need to just be doing their job, getting new loyal customers.
Sorry, hey Shelby.
And making
Shelby,
sure
can
that,
I interrupt you?
Yeah.
Can we have everybody on the call mute? It's really distracting. Can we have everybody mute their, everybody go and make sure you're muted?
I might be able to do that too.
Everybody else hear that?
I can hear it.
Okay, I'm like, I know it's not just me over here.
Let me see.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. It's just been really distracting. Everybody.
No, that's okay. Hopefully, everyone was able to hear what I was saying. Okay, it sounds like everyone's been muted. Like I said, I can't see everyone right now because I'm in this share screen thing. Yeah, it looks, hold on. Yeah, it looks like everyone was able to mute. Randy, if you can mute, I can't actually hear you, but I see that you're not muted. And then someone with the 707 area code, if you can mute. I know you're on your phone, so that might be weird or wacky. I don't know how that works exactly. Okay, so can you guys still see my screen, or can you see me? I guess you're muted, so how are you going to answer that?
Your screen. We can see your screen.
Okay, good. All right. So back to Ruby. So you need those 5 distributors in this exact formation. The person promoting with you needs to be commission qualified. Everyone else needs 400 GV. Now this is where it's going to get a little interesting. So I need you to just soak it all in, take notes, and if you have questions, ask me. So in an ideal world, you enrolled these top 3 distributors, and then this distributor that you enrolled these 2. That's what would be great. That means they're doing their job, they're getting right to work, and they're following their steps to success. Well, sometimes, let's say you're shooting for Ruby and you signed 5 distributors right away. You're just on a roll, you're getting people to join your team, they're excited, and so you sign 5 within 2 days. Well, what you can do is after you have personally enrolled them, you can place that distributor underneath one of your other distributors. Okay, so for example, this is your sister right here, and then you have your coworker, and then you got your aunt, and then the next day you sign up your cousin and your best friend. Well, you can place your cousin and your best friend underneath your sister so that you are in this Ruby formation, okay? And I am gonna quickly show you exactly where you're gonna go to do that. And I was all prepared and I already logged in, but like I said, things got real crazy in the beginning. Do I not know my password? Okay, hopefully that works. Okay, so you're gonna go to reports. You're gonna go to personally enrolled team. And then right here, you're gonna see anybody that you have personally enrolled in the last 24 hours. I'm embarrassed. Right now I have nothing, but it would be nicer if there was someone here to show you. But it says their name, it says the date they joined, it says all these things. So it just goes across here with that information. Then over, this thing's in my way. There we go. Okay, over here where it says actions, you're gonna have the option, you're gonna click on, it's gonna just have like a little arrow right about here by their name. You're gonna click on that arrow and a drop down is gonna pop up that says move or email. You're not gonna email them, you're gonna move them. So click on move, and then a little box is gonna pop up and it's gonna ask you to put in the ID number of who you're placing it under. So you need to make sure that you have the distributor's ID number for who you'll be placing your new distributor underneath. So if it's your sister, just make sure that you grab her ID number, and then you're just gonna paste it into the box, and then you're gonna click move. And then I think you click confirm too. I think you just need to confirm it. And then a screen will pop up that says success. And when you see that success screen, that means you have moved that distributor underneath the distributor that you chose. You can also do the same thing with loyal customers. So let's say that you're trying to promote to Ruby and everybody's working really hard. And I'm gonna go back to, oops, not that. I'm gonna go back to the Ruby chart. So let's say everyone's working really hard. They're already at 400. They're at 400. They're at 400. And this distributor right here is at 350, but they're struggling to get to the last 50. Well, let's say you personally enroll a loyal customer that has 60 in group volume, or let's just say you enroll someone that gets the wraps, which is 54. You can then go to that same screen that I just showed you within our eSuite and move that loyal customer down to this distributor. All you need is their distributor ID, and that's going to push them over the edge and get them to 400. And it's also going to promote you to Ruby. So I'm going to bring up a huge point here. A lot of people who are new, and this is it makes sense for you to feel this way without understanding. So that's why I really want you to understand this. You're like, well, I don't want to move my loyal customer. I did all the work. I want the 10% commission. I want to keep that loyal customer. Okay. It makes more sense for you to move that loyal customer and you to promote so that you can be making that higher paycheck than it does for you to hoard all these loyal customers and not help your team. If you help your team grow, your paycheck is going to grow. When you start caring about the people below you more than you care about yourself, and I hope you guys know what I mean by that, like, of course you care about yourself and of course you want to make money, but when you stop making it all about you and start making it about these people down here and helping them along the way, your paycheck is going to grow exponentially. I promise you that. And I'm not going to go too much into the I'm not going to go into the commission plan, the compensation plan really at all, but I will just say really quick, you make 10% commission on your top line, which is this right here, and you make 10% commission on your second line. And then below that, it goes into 5%. And then 5% on your fourth, and then 2% forever and ever all the way down. So when you're promoting to Ruby, if you take one of your loyal customers and help this distributor down here, you're making the same percentage that if you kept it for yourself than if you were to move it down here and help this distributor and it's helping you promote. Okay? So don't get freaked out that you're giving all your money away and that you're not going to make a huge commission check, because it's more important for you to promote and grow your team and help your team than it is for you to hoard thousands of loyal customers for yourself. Okay, so that's the Ruby chart. Does anyone have any questions about the Ruby chart? Speak up. Unpause. Unmute yourself.
Shelby,
Yes.
can you hear me? It's Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Yes.
I have just a quick, not a question, but just something for others to kind of know too. If you are close and you have to place a personal order and someone on your downline needs like 40 BV or something like that, you can also move an order.
Yes. Okay. Good point. Thank you for bringing that up. So let's just use that same, I'm just such a visual person, so I'm basically going to say exactly what Lisa just said, but I'm going to kind of show it to you on the chart too, if I can find the chart. Oh, no, not that. This. Okay. So same girl down here. She's 50 BV away from your executive promoting and you promoting to Ruby. Everyone else is where they need to be. So this girl's just 50 away. What Lisa was saying is you can play, and you're no more loyal customers, for you guys are tapped out, or maybe it's like the last couple of hours before the end of the month. What Lisa was saying is you can place a personal order of at least 50 in volume, and then you can move that order to this distributor. And that's going to help you guys promote. The only thing that you need to remember when you do that is every month your goal is to keep moving forward, but it's also important that you maintain your rank that you earned last month. So you need to remember, okay, we placed 50 last month, so we need to make up for that in a loyal customer this month. Otherwise, you're constantly going to be placing orders every month just to get you back to Ruby. And that's not the goal, you guys. Like, I'd rather you not get to Ruby this month than to place a personal order every single month just so you can get back there. Because then you're spending money to make money. And I'm not saying it's not okay. It's not okay. And I'm not saying I've never done it, because I have probably done it for every single promotion that not executive, but like as far as big promotions go, I have had to place a personal order, but I just don't want it to turn around and bite you guys in the butt to where you're having to place these large orders every single month just to maintain your rank. But that is a great point. And I will quickly show you guys, you don't do it. You don't move your order the same way as you would move a teammate or a loyal customer. So the way you would move an order is you click on orders in your eSuite. Orders. Man, my computer is crawling. Okay, so first of all, to place an order, you would just like yada yada, add stuff to cart. I'm gonna get some wraps. I'm gonna get defining gel. So you would just get like whatever you need. So let's say this person's just 50 away. I would just add the wraps to my cart, and I would just go through the ordering process just like you normally would on any online site, really, not just ours, but any. Then once the order has gone through, you're going to go to order history. And you are going to First of all, look over here at this. And this is like, I don't want you guys to get really confused and really overwhelmed by this, but you are allowed to move 4 personal orders each month, and it's allowed to be a total of 1,000 in volume each month, which sounds insane that you would ever spend $1,000 just to promote. And in my opinion, it is, and I don't think anyone should do that, but that's the amount that you're allowed to spend and move. So you're allowed 5 moves. And the only reason you would need 5 too is, let's say, this is a silly example because I would never encourage someone to do this to go Ruby, but let's just say like all 5 of the distributors in your downline are all like 20 GV away. You could place 5 separate orders of at least 20 and then move each of those orders under each one of those distributors, and that will get you to Ruby. Don't do that. There's absolutely no reason to do that. But like once you go diamond or double diamond, you need a lot more distributors underneath you, and some, you know, it's a lot easier for 5 out of 24 distributors to need help than it is for 5 out of 5 distributors to need help. Okay, so this is really more so for when you do get to diamond, double, triple up there, why you would ever need that many moves. Hopefully that didn't totally confuse you guys. Okay, so anyways, back to moving orders and how to. So you go to order history after you've placed your order, and you just go to the actions, and then you click on this little button. Right now it just says track order, but if I had just placed an order, it would say track order, and then either above it or below it, it would say move. And you would do the same thing that I taught you guys before. You're just doing it within this different area. So you would click move. You need to make sure you have the distributor ID with who you are moving the order to, and then you move, and then a success screen pops up, and then boom, you're all good to go. Okay? So that's that. And honestly, you guys, I really have already gone over all the big things that I wanted you to understand. I wanted you to understand what a chart looks like. I wanted you to understand exactly how to get to executive in Ruby, because that's where the majority of you guys are trying to promote to, other than my 2 beautiful leaders on this call, Rochelle and Felicia, and Lisa, who's on her way to diamond too. She's boxed in for emerald already. And so you guys, we've done that. We've done executive, we've done Ruby. I've told you exactly how to box people in. I've told you how you can move people. I've told you how you can move volume. I've told you how much volume each distributor needs. So that was the main things that I really wanted to go over. I did have an emerald and a diamond chart here, but really I don't want to overwhelm you guys too much. And if any of you guys who are very close to emerald or very close to diamond, if you guys have specific questions for me, just ask me on Facebook Messenger or text me, or we can have, you know, a little one-on-one. That's fine. But I really want to just keep it more executive Ruby level, because those are your first 2 ranks. And once you pass Ruby, oh, one other thing that I did want to share is, so you see this is your Ruby chart right here. And then you'll notice emerald is just 2 rubies, and then you just need 2 other distributors that have 400 GV. So you need 2 rubies and 2 other distributors. So if you think about it like that, emerald doesn't seem so crazy. It's just 2 rubies, and I showed you guys how simple it is to go Ruby, right? And then same thing for diamond. You look at this chart, especially if you're brand new and you have none, or you only have 1 or even 2 distributors on your team, and you're like, holy cow, how in the world am I ever going to go diamond? If you look at it, all a diamond chart is 1, 2, 3, 4 distributors on your top line, and then 3 rubies, and then this distributor needs 2 distributors on their top line. So if everyone's doing their steps to success and everyone's working towards promoting, diamond's really not that hard. It's 3 rubies and then a couple of extra distributors. So this whole, all the promotions are all based off of rubies. Ruby, Ruby, Ruby. And that's why not only when I was telling you that a lot of people, it's important to understand the Ruby chart because a lot of people, that's where they want to be because that's the amount they want to make each month. It's also important to understand it because every single promotion other than executive is completely based off of Ruby. So that's all I have to say. Does anybody have any questions? Unmute yourself, speak up. No question is dumb. Trust me, I was like the densest person when it came to charting. So no questions dumb. Ask anything.
I always get the impression that like you want to be careful where you place distributors if you're like when you're charting, but I don't really know how that works at all.
Okay, so sorry, I was like really trying to see who was talking. Who was that? Courtney?
That was Courtney.
Okay, that's a really good question because there is strategy involved, but then again, it's a total gamble is not the right word. Like their strategy is involved, but at the same time, you never really know who's going to work and who's not going to work. You never know who's going to stick around and who's going to quit the next day and block you on Facebook and Instagram, like for no reason. Like you just don't know. I've had so many people that I didn't even message. They messaged me asking me to join my team, or I've had people go on my website and sign up and then be like, hey, I just signed up as a distributor on your team. Like people that I didn't even ask, which means they clearly wanted this. And then like I never hear from them ever again. Ever again. And like when I message them, I can see they read my message and they don't even respond to me. Like I don't understand why this happens. It's very funny. I'm sure some of you have had this happen. I'm sure many of you have had this happen. It's weird. I don't know why it happens, but we don't know when that's going to happen. And then I've had people who, and I hate saying it like this because I don't like to judge how anyone's going to work out, but with some people where I'll be like, I wonder how she's going to do. And then she like blows my mind and is Ruby by Friday. Like you don't know how someone's going to do. You don't. So yes, of course there is a little bit of strategy, but strategy really starts coming into play once you start getting to, I would probably say, Emerald and above, just because there's a lot more places to place people. But Courtney, for you, for example, who is charting for Ruby at this point, I would say when you're charting for Ruby, I would say start with your top 3 boxes and train this person really well to get right to work so that they're enrolling distributors themselves. And if you enroll, if you get your top 3 boxes full and you enroll a 4th, then place it underneath them. And then same for their second one. I would really go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like keep it real simple with Ruby. Don't try to overcomplicate it. And then once you start getting to Emerald and you have more boxes, that's where you can be like, so let's say you have these top 3 already from going Ruby, and then this person has their 2, because that's what a Ruby chart is. So these guys are all filled in. And then you get, and then you sign another distributor. That's where you would kind of want to be like, okay, well, is this girl going to be, do I think, based on the conversations that I've had with this person, do I think they're going to be an amazing runner that's going to work their butt off? Is this person going to run their auto shipment every month? That's something I always consider, because I don't want to put a distributor in this box that the first thing they say to me is, I'm probably not going to run my auto shipment for a while for whatever reason. Well, okay, that's fine. That's fine. But I want someone in these promotion boxes to be someone that I know is going to be commission qualified every month. Someone that I know is in this to win this, and someone that I know is going to treat this like a business. And again, it's a gamble, because just because I think they are doesn't mean they necessarily are. But that's where the strategy starts to come into play. And it's not always going to work. You guys, my diamond chart from 2 years ago has I'm pretty sure it only has out of all 24 of those distributors, it has one distributor. I still have one distributor on my team from that chart, and it's Ashley. Everyone else has left. And I seriously do not want to discourage you guys by saying that, but your business is going to change and evolve, and you're going to find new people, better people, worse people that are going to disappear even quicker. Things are going to change. So work with what you have, use strategy as much as you can, but do not stress yourself out over it. And if you're like me and strategy is just not your thing, then just number the boxes 1 through 24 or whatever. I don't even know how many is it. 6, 12, 13, 14 distributors for an emerald. Number them 1 through 14 and just plop them in as they come. Just plop them in. That's how I had to do it at first, because I was freaking myself out over where all these distributors need to go, when really you can just keep it very simple. So Courtney, hopefully that answered your question, but the true answer is you gotta go with it and do it however you feel is right. Kind of just go with your gut, really. Anyone else have any questions?
Hey, it's Rochelle. I don't really have a question, but I wanted to touch on something that I just learned this week, because it's super important, and I feel like it's kind of a silly thing, because maybe I should have known this, but so Shelby, remember the group volume situation?
Yeah.
Okay, so PBV, obviously we all know that's personal bonus volume, right? So each of these boxes, I was thinking every single person on my chart had to be at 400 PBV. But obviously in the chart it says GV, so group volume, meaning that somebody who is boxed for a promotion. So if we're looking at the Ruby chart, or I guess the Emerald one is up right now.
I'll go back to Ruby.
Okay, thank you. So the one that's in the executive box right there, let's say she only has 180 PBV personally, but the 2 people that are under her have enough, 200 each. That means that her group volume is at 400. So you don't need to be moving loyal customers under her to make sure that she's at 400, because her group volume already makes that box at 400. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So nodding. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just going to expand upon it. So this person, how I always look at it is, this person, I never am this person needs to have any amount in volume, whatever amount in volume. All this person needs is to be commission qualified, right? Because they're automatically going to have 400 GV, because these 2 people under them have to have 400 GV each, which means that's already 800 in group volume for the executive. So I never worry about a promotion box being at a certain amount in GV, because I already know they are going to be if these 2 are. So just to even clarify more, group volume, so don't look at these 2 boxes, just erase them from your memory real quick. Just look at this executive. Well, I can just go back to an executive chart real quick. So group volume is anybody below you, the total of what they have. So if they both have 400 GV and you have, let's say you have no loyal customers, just for the sake of the example, but you ran your auto shipment for 80, your group volume is going to be 880, because group volume is the whole group. Now, personal bonus volume is just your personal volume. So it's not these guys. It's just any order that you place, any auto shipment you run, and any of your personally enrolled loyal customers that are right below you, that's what your personal bonus volume is. So if you have 4 LCs underneath you and they each got a box of wraps, that's 208. And then you ran an 80 BV auto shipment, that's 288 in PBV. But your 2 distributors below you are both at 400. That's going to be 8, 9, 1,088 PBV. If you add up their volume and your volume, that's group volume. But if you just add up your volume from your loyal customers and your orders only, that's your personal volume. Okay? So personal volume, group volume, 2 different things. And when you're promoting, these boxes need to have group. It's whatever their group volume is, which sometimes group volume and personal volume are the same. Like if this chick right here or this man right here doesn't have anyone on their team, then their group is just them. So it's the same as their personal. But this person right here, their group volume and their personal volume will never be the same because they have a team below them. They have a group. Does that make sense, you guys? Or did I just like throw you through a loop?
No, that makes sense. Thank you for clarifying. I know it seems like something that you would, already know, but I was thinking for some odd reason that every single box needed to be at 400. So that kind of took some stress
Yeah,
off
and
me.
some people, you may have heard that on a video because some people some people do their charting training as every single box needs to be at 400 GV. But the reason that they're saying that is because this person is automatically gonna be at 400 GV if the people below them are. Makes
That
sense?
actually makes me feel so much better.
Good.
Because I was thinking everybody had to be at 400 too. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it can be a little bit overwhelming, but if you just keep momentum going and you keep everyone excited, then it's not as stressful. And that's going to be the last point that I talk about. And then I have to sign off because normally I put my babies to bed at 9:30 and I wasn't able to. So that was another reason I was like freaking out when I first started the Zoom because I'm like a little stressed. But last thing is, and now I forget. Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go to a freaky chart like the diamond one. No, I'm going to back it up. I'm going to go to emerald, because this one's freaky enough for some of you guys that are new and looking at this like, that's ridiculous. How am I ever going to get there? You can promote to emerald and to diamond all on your own, meaning you do all the work. And Rochelle just proved that to us in the last 40 days or whatever, enrolling like a crazy person, a ton of brand new teammates and adding them to her team. It is possible, okay? But it's not mandatory. In fact, it's ideal if you're just doing your job by enrolling 3 new distributors and then they enroll 3 and then they enroll 3. And it's this snowball effect. That's what our steps to success is. And that is what we encourage you guys, because when you're doing that, everybody's working. So it's not as freaky looking at this chart and being like, oh my God, I need to get 14 distributors and then I need to get like basically $1 billion in volume and I need to move it all over the place. No, if you think about it as I just need to be doing my steps and getting 3 new distributors and 4 new LCs. And if everybody's doing that, everybody's getting their own box filled. Everybody's doing their own thing. And that's part of the reason that we're doing this March incentive this month of teaching you guys and training you guys to get to 400 in personal volume yourself, is because we want you to understand that that's your goal in the beginning. And, when you do that, you're going to teach your new teammates to do that, which is going to end up helping you significantly when you start charting for these higher up ranks. So, you learn by doing things. So when you get 400, you're brand new this month, you're trying to get 400 in personal bonus volume, which means those loyal customers personally under you. once you do it, you're going to feel like $1,000,000 and you're going to remember, like, that's what I did my first month. I'm flipping awesome, because you are. And then when you enroll your new distributors, you're going to be like, guys, it's your job to get to 400 this month. And they're going to do it. And then they're going to teach their new distributors, and then they're going to teach theirs, so that when you're charted for Emerald right here, you're not going to be freaking out trying to figure out how you're going to get all this volume, because it's been taught all the way through your downline that that's just what you do. That is what your job is to get the 400. So now you're not trying to get Susie Q down here to 400 because she's doing it herself, because that's what she was taught to do. So that was the last point I wanted to make, that it doesn't have to be all on you. You do not need to put all the pressure on yourself of thinking like, I'm never going to go Emerald because I can never possibly sign 14 distributors and I can never possibly get X, Y, and Z amount of group volume. Well, you don't have to. Like, it's a team effort. We are a team. We build each other up as a team. We help each other out as a team. We promote as a team. We grow as a team. So it doesn't have to be all on you. Okay? So that is all. Does anyone have like a really quick question? Otherwise, I'm going to end this. And if you think of other questions, feel free to message myself, message Rochelle, message Felicia, message Lisa, anybody who's been in the business and has an idea of what's going on. Message us, because we're happy to help you. And we want to see you guys succeed. We really do. That's what this is all about. I mean, nothing at this point, nothing makes me more happy than seeing you guys just like do awesome. Like, I don't even care about anything else. That's it. So, that's it. I love you guys. I did record this, so I'll post it in Team Bomb Diggity tomorrow, and you can share with anyone that you think could really use this, that missed it, anyone on your team that couldn't make it tonight. It will be on Team Bomb Diggity. Otherwise, I love you guys. Have a good night.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye. I just have to figure out how to get out of here. Oh, here we go. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.